Good to see you, Andrew Whitworth. Let's just jump right into it. Super Bowl 58 will come down to what?
I think really you look at it for the Chiefs. It seems like Andy Reid has really been a game plan guy these last 3 weeks in the playoffs. It's like every week he's kind of had a true plan of how he was going to attack the specific team. And we've talked about it, I think you and I a couple weeks ago, about just him different usage of his personnel and things like that offensively, using more tight ends and that. But it's also been a shift in the run game. They've gone from being this zone football team to a pull, power, counter, lead type team. And it's been dramatic. I mean, they've gone from being leading by outside zone, inside zone to this team where we're going to pull our linemen, we're going to get them in space, and we're going to create holes that way. And it has been electric for this offense. They've run the ball better than they have all season these last couple of weeks. So I think that's going to be the key. Can the Niners stop the run for them so that you eliminate all those opportunities for Mahomes to do things with you when they're moving the chains? And then on the Niners side, will you lean on the run game? I mean, Kyle Shanahan in 2 Super Bowl appearances, 0 points in the fourth quarter, heavily pass, all leaning towards throwing the ball a lot, not running it much. Will he lean on the run game? Because that's the one weakness the Chiefs have shown defensively is they have not stopped the run well.
So when you were preparing to take on the Niners in an NFC championship game, or the Rams were back in your day, Andrew, what were you looking at that you think the Chiefs might be looking at right now to exploit in this game?
I think it's a different team. I mean, when we played them, really a couple years ago, I thought they were really good against the run. This year, for whatever reason, they've started to struggle a little bit, especially here in these playoffs, to stop the run game. Maybe just trying to create, hey, we don't want to give up any explosives is their mentality. But you look at it, they haven't played as well as you would think they would in the playoffs. They've come back in all these games to find ways to win, which really says a lot about the job Brock Purdy's done to bring them back. But I think this team's much different in their style and how they've played. And so I think, to me, the physicality is the big thing you thought about when you played that team, is they just play with an energy and a physicality that's rare. But this Chiefs team has played exactly like that all playoffs long. And that's why I think this game is going to be awesome, because there's going to be a lot of energy and a lot of physical play on both sides of the football.
What did you think of, Andrew Whitworth, Nick Bosa's quote when asked about what he sees on film from you were laughing, the Chiefs offensive lineman, quote, "They hold a lot," end quote. What did you think of that?
Listen, I got paid for 16 years to hold people, Rich. It was great. So listen, we're all we are is linemen. Listen, linemen are just high-paid bouncers, okay? Keep you out of the door. That's our job. We're not letting you in the door. So I don't care. Call it a hold, call it a grab, say I fell down in front of you. If you don't get to the quarterback, I win. So that's all I worried about. And so I think for the Chiefs linemen, they don't care. Say whatever you want, Bosa. We're going to stop you from getting there, and that's the only thing we care about.
They hold a lot. That's that was funny. You got to give him credit for that, right?
Hey, Nick's awesome. I love it. He's got a great dry wit about him. I thought that was awesome. I mean, that's the only thing he saw.
So that said, in all seriousness, are you concerned about the tackles for the Chiefs?
I will say it's going to be a big part of the game, but I think just as big as if Joe Thuney's not in there, really the ability of Javon Hargrave, can he really make an impact on this game? Because you think about it, like Nick Bosa is a guy, the way he wins is a lot of power, hand swipe stuff where he's going to close these edges. But if he's going to be closing these edges, that's what makes the Niners rush special. If Javon Hargrave can create pressure in the middle, against Nick Allegretti, I think that's a big part of condensing that pocket on Mahomes and not giving him space to get out. And so that will be an emphasis for this 49ers D line. And if they can get that done, they'll win the Super Bowl, because that's really going to be the thing that tells the story. The only Super Bowl we've seen Patrick Mahomes lose and played in, he was missing both his tackles and was under pressure a lot. And so they've got to find a way to create pressure if they want to be able to stop Mahomes.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.